feel like I'm mainly curious about like the consciousness behind FIFA and also just anything that I can pick up in him. I'm a psychic medium, and this is my series where I read people from the public eye. So today I'm going to read the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino. When it comes to big associations like this, I see a lot of dark energy. It feels very ritualistic. When I connect to the consciousness of FIFA and like the people who are like in power, like controlling all of it, I literally see cloaked figures. And I see like cloaked figures doing like rituals and that kind of stuff. Again, just like a little reminder, I see things symbolically. It's not always literal. So this is just like, I don't know if they actually do that or it's just like the energy of FIFA. I mean, I've been watching the games, so I'm not gonna be like, you shouldn't be watching football or whatever. But when I look at the energy behind it, it feels like they're like siphoning energy. They're literally just pulling on people's energy. And obviously this has like a economic benefit, but I'm curious about because if we think about it, like this concept of like competition and how excited people get and then like how sad they get when their team loses, like what is that actually doing to people? So I'm just getting like it helps dysregulate humans. I'm just seeing how it actually helps people. I mean, obviously it's we have the most obvious aspect of it where it's like consumerism, as in like people are playing to watch the games, they're buying the merchandise, whatever. But there's also like a psychological aspect to it as well, where what I'm getting is these highs and lows of dopamine, adrenaline that come with watching the games and being a part of the whole World Cup fandom. It actually drives people to consume more, and not only things related to the World Cup, but I'm seeing like how there's these like spikes in dopamine, which when the dopamine gets really low, it actually makes people want to consume more, like consume things to help with the emptiness that they feel inside after their team loses. Whoever's in power, he's a puppet. I just want to say that like upfront. Like I don't see him being the mastermind at all. I do feel that there's like people higher up which are represented by these like cloak figures that I'm talking about. And I just sense that they understand how the human psyche works, and they know that if they give them these super highs and super lows, they'll be more vulnerable and more prone to want to fill that emptiness inside of them. With him as a person, the first thing I saw when I started reading him, I see him as a little kid like playing with like toys and stuff like that. Like there's this somewhat innocence, but he is like a pawn in a bigger scheme. That's what I feel. And very important, I mean, I don't know if he's like spiritual, but he really needs an energy cleanse. Like I can see, I mean, you can probably tell that there's just like a lot of entity attachments. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like all the witches are hexing him. So it's not that we can't partake in these like FIFA games, whatever. But I do feel like we need to be very aware of what's going on behind closed doors so that we don't get sucked into it. Because, I mean, if you know me, I'm half Mexican. So my team lost yesterday. And I didn't even watch the game because I was like, first of all, I was asleep. But second, I knew that they were going to lose. And I was like, I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night just to no like watch this game where I know I'm gonna lose. And I woke up with so much sadness. I was like, even before I opened social media, like I knew I felt all the sadness in my body, and I was like, this is wild. Because also like the how much attention Mexico has been getting because of the fandom and whatever. And now it's like I feel like the disappointment of not only Mexico but of other people who maybe are there as well. So I was like, what is the point of this? And obviously like there's the beauty of the connection amongst people. But I actually saw a video that said like Mexico was the best love bombing I've ever received. And that's exactly what it feels like. It's dopamine rise and then emptiness after. So yeah, again, it's not about not partaking. I just feel like we need to be aware so we know that we need to self-regulate afterwards. and try not to get sucked into it too much.